25-25. And let me go. Sorry, YouTube. Y'all know the drill. Give me 1 second. Let me get the other stuff right. Probably ain't nobody coming in over there, but as y'all are coming in, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all your eyes, your ears, your likes, subscribes, and all that good stuff. Edit audience. All right, we live on Facebook now. And with that, we're gonna kick the thumbnail out of there. And here we are. What's up, Rez?
Is that my brother?
Okay. I'm everything is all good. We are here once again for another stream. Got a couple of things that we're gonna be talking about. For the first thing, I'm gonna throw the expertise over to you. What did you think about the NFL draft?
The draft was extremely exciting this year. I was pretty much locked in all 3 days, which, you know, unless you're a true NFL fan, that's not something that most people typically gonna do, because the draft is long and it can be a little boring, especially if you aren't familiar with all the players. But it was a lot of exciting moves. First round went pretty much like how everybody expected, except for Atlanta. Atlanta had the shock of the entire draft, and people have been giving them an F for that decision that they made to draft Michael Penix in the first round.
Oh yeah, that's the quarterback. That's what's his name?
Michael Penix.
Just went the other quarterback.
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins got, well, I don't know if he got mad or what, but I know people was kind of looking like, what happened?
I'm pretty sure he's confused.
When did they where they drafted him at?
Number 8 overall.
And was he like the top quarterback in the draft?
No, Caleb Williams. There was 3 other quarterbacks that went before him, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah, I never mind. I'm tripping. I know Caleb Williams. Okay.
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May went 1, 2, and 3.
And they gave him a F.
They gave him, I believe, an F for that pick, and I think maybe a C- overall. I don't agree though.
You don't agree?
No, I think he was a good pick. I think Michael Penix is a special quarterback. I don't think you can ever go wrong taking a quarterback in the top 10. Them not picking a position of need in the top 10 ain't gonna make the difference between Atlanta winning the Super Bowl or not winning the Super Bowl. It don't matter who the fuck they pick right there. Atlanta wasn't winning no fucking Super Bowl. So like really, it ain't hurt them that bad to start planning for the future. That was a future pick. A lot of people upset because they gave Kirk Cousins like $100 million guaranteed for 4 years, but that's so that they can win now while continuing to build for the future. It wasn't like they signed Kirk Cousins like, yeah, this is the man that's going to lead us to the Super Bowl. He ain't never did it anywhere else. He ain't going to do it in Atlanta. And not with the talent that they have. They just an average football team. Pittsburgh, I believe, had the best draft, though. Pittsburgh, Chicago had a great draft. The Saints actually did have a great draft. Pro Football Focus gave them an A+ on that draft. So that never happens.
Let's see. You said, I'm trying to pull up Pittsburgh. They're probably all the way down here.
It might be in alphabetical order or by division.
So you got the Saints there, and you said that we had a pretty good. So you agree with the grading they have there?
What they give them?
A for day 1, A- for day 1. I mean, day 2 A-, day 3 a B.
What did they give them overall?
They didn't, or A- overall.
That sound about right.
Okay.
Day 3 being a B, what they say, a B, just a regular B.
Yeah, just regular B.
I feel like day 3 has to be at least a B plus because they got what people are calling the steal of the draft with Spencer
What?
Rattler,
Okay.
quarterback from South Carolina. People are saying, I mean, quality wise, he was a top 100 player and he fell to the 5th round. So you got a top 100 player in the 5th round. That's good. That's good quality, no matter who it is. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, somebody in the top 100 falls out of the top 100 and you get that player, not in the 4th round, but in the 5th round, that's crazy work.
Yeah. Okay. And let's see. So this is in
It's probably by division.
yeah, that's what it was looking like.
I think Pittsburgh is the AFC North.
I don't see divisions on this. Let's go. I don't think it's division now. I think Let's see. There we go. So they gave them an A. A flat.
They deserve an A.
They won it. Go ahead.
They had a great draft, bro. I can't see who all you got up there. I know that they went offensive line heavy. And they needed that. They needed that on top of the fact that they've had a great offseason, bringing in Russell Wilson. So you got you a quarterback for the now. They traded for Justin Fields. So now you got the quarterback of the future as well, potentially.
Uh-huh.
I believe they brought in another wide receiver.
Roman Wilson.
Wilson. So you got a national championship wide receiver right there. That first pick that they took, I can't remember his name. I believe he's a
Troy. I'm not even gonna try to say
Fatano, Pacific Islander. Bro. He was considered a top 15 player. Excellent offensive lineman, can play offensive tackle or guard. So he can really play anywhere on the line. They saying he gonna play guard. I think they took another guard in the 3rd round. So, that's important, man. That's my philosophy, to build from the inside out. And they got that offensive line better. So now they can turn around, hand the ball off to Najee Harris, run it, keep Russell Wilson from having to throw it 30, 40 times a game, and then play defense. And they made a lot of big moves in the offseason on defense. I believe they got they got Patrick Queen from the Ravens to play on the defensive side of the ball, man. Pittsburgh is going to compete this year for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to see Russ turning around after getting done like he got done in Denver. I want to see him turning around.
I would like to see him turn it around as well. He don't deserve all the hate that he got. The only thing with Russell Wilson is a shorter quarterback, maybe 5'10", 5'11". And I always say, if you're going to be short like that, you have to have the mentality of Drew Brees and know where everybody is at all times. You got to be able to throw to a spot without being able to see the spot, just from timing and just repetition, because you can't see. He's 5'10", 5'11". His offensive line 6'4", 6'5". He can't see over the line. He can't see over the defensive line. So, a lot of times you can see he's bouncing on his tiptoes. And when you can get away with that when you're young and athletic. Russell Wilson was a scrambler, so he could improvise. He would roll out the pocket. Now he got a clear lane of vision to be able to make the throws that he needs to make. But as you get older and that athleticism starts to wane, and you got to stay in that pocket because you can't get out the pocket like you used to, you got to be able to be cerebral. And I think that's what's hindering him, on top of just being in the wrong systems.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you already said Atlanta, so you think they had the worst draft?
I don't think Atlanta had the worst draft. I think Atlanta's getting a bad rap. Atlanta needed to address defensive line, and they did that. They just didn't do it with their first pick. The thing is, the draft doesn't stop after pick 1.
Yeah.
the draft doesn't stop after the first round. Of course, you're supposed to be able to get the most value out of the first round, but I believe they went defensive end, defensive tackle, defensive end, if I'm not mistaken, or
Defensive
edge,
end, offensive linebacker, and defensive end, then linebacker.
outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker. Oh, my bad. Hey, I don't know.
Ain't no such thing as offensive linebacker.
Well, outside linebacker, and then the last one they took was a DN too. So yeah, it looked like they
made an attempt to address their needs.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say that these picks are gonna pan out. People wanted them to pick Dallas Turner from Alabama, great edge rusher. Some might consider close to generational, but they keep throwing that word around. But I like it, man. They went in, they tried to address their needs, and then they plan for the future on top of that. So, like I said, Atlanta, it's not like Atlanta is one piece away from winning the Super Bowl, but they definitely have some talent. They got some talent, but John Robinson is crazy.
Man, I appreciate you for shielding me just then, but I'm gonna bring it back to me. I said offensive linebacker.
Why?
Hey, if this was a bigger broadcast, they would kill me.
Yeah, they would have been dragging you in the comments.
Oh shoot, that's crazy. Okay.
Chicago had a really good draft as well.
Chicago, let's go down to the C. Chicago. Yeah, they got Caleb Williams, number 1. They got an A- overall. They only had 5 picks, huh?
Yes. They had 5 picks, but they made them count.
That's what I'm saying. To only have 5 picks and still get an A is pretty good.
And the Saints didn't have that many picks either. If you notice, the Saints had a first round pick, a second round pick, and then they didn't pick again until the 5th round. But I think they had 3 picks in the 5th round, one in the 6th and one in the 7th. So, I mean, it's not a lot of high quality picks, but they made do. I just like that Chicago, they got their quarterback that they've been looking. Chicago's never had a quarterback. Like in the history of the Bears, the Chicago Bears have never really had a quarterback. Jim McMahon was probably the best quarterback. Well, at least the only one that won a Super Bowl that I can remember. But yeah, Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, that's a nice 1-2 punch. Nice 1-2 punch.
Oh, get 1 and 9.
Yeah, they traded
get your quarterback and your wide receiver of the future.
Shit, they got the quarterback and wide receiver of now. Them niggas gonna ball now. They gonna ball now. He should be able to hit the ground running because Chicago got a lot of talent. Chicago, it's not like it's just him. I know Chicago is number 1 overall pick and everything, but they're not devoid of talent. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. They went and got Swift from the Eagles at running back.
Okay.
They already had DJ Moore. They still got Darnell Mooney, if I'm not mistaken. They got some talent, man. They got some talent. They went and got him an offensive tackle in the 3rd round. They considering that boy, I can't say his name, Kyron. They considering him like a project, but he definitely talented. And then they got him a punter and an edge rusher. So shit, they tried to address all their needs as well. They didn't have a 2nd round pick because they had 2 first, but that's a good draft from the Bears. Excellent draft. They addressed everything. They addressed all their holes except for maybe defensive tackle.
Okay. Well, the only thing I care about, and you said that we did pretty good. I care about the Saints, and if we good, then I'm good. Hopefully, we can get in a place where one of these New Orleans teams can start to actually compete for championships. I don't even have to necessarily get a championship out the ordeal. Just start competing for them. Which is a good time to go ahead and progress the conversation and go to the NBA playoffs. I'm gonna start. I want to start with the Lakers, but I'm gonna start with the Pelicans because I'm a Pelican fan. They are down 2 right now, and when I was watching it during pre-production, we were looking good, but I don't really care about that. Like all of my little nitpicks that I've had for at least like the last 2-3 months, all of them are coming into fruition now. I'm sick of this team from from the ownership on down. Like one of the things that's really making me mad is the doggone whoever runs the social media. Like I don't want to see what these dudes are wearing. Like I don't want to drip check, bruh. I want us to be locked in right now. I care less about what we wearing. What I care about is them going out there and doing what they need to do. And to me, it was just so simple. Like I don't care from the coaching staff down to the players. The goal should be win and extend the series. Get Zion back. That's your only shot at actually winning the series. And now we down 0-3. So I know it's a lot of people out there that are delusional concerning their team, and they think that they're going to be the first one to do something that has never been done. I don't look at this team and see see a team that's going to be the first one to come back from 0-3. Now, if they do that, I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna choose my words carefully because I don't want to fall into the same. This is the same situation we fell into last live stream where y'all was looking at me crazy, but I will apologize if if they come back, but I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. What you think?
The Pelicans dead in the water. They probably gonna get swept tonight. I'm looking at the team right. I'm looking at the game right now. They down 40-37 in the second quarter. They haven't played well at home all year. I think if I'm looking at the box score right now, Brandon Ingram has 3 points. Is that correct?
Let's see. And if he got 3, I'm gonna be mad because he started the game off with free throw shots and missed one of them. So yeah, it was 1-0.
He's 1 for 6. He's 1 for 6. 0 for 2 from 3. 3 points in 16 minutes. The leading scorer on the team right now is Jonas Valanciunas, who is 3 for 8. CJ McCollum is 3 for 7 with 7 points, 1 for 4 from 3. Trey Murphy's 0 for 3. Herb Jones is 0 for 1 from 3. Yeah, bro. This team, they're defeated. I would move on from Brandon Ingram this offseason. I would move on from Brandon Ingram. I would consider keeping CJ McCollum, but I wouldn't mind moving CJ McCollum either. The only reason I would consider keeping CJ McCollum is because he can shoot the 3 ball at a high clip when he's making those shots in the regular season, because once the postseason starts, CJ McCollum disappears.
And we're probably not going to get what we're going to be looking for out of him. So it might end up being best to just keep him in that regards too. But yeah, like, bro, it's been hard watching him. It's been so hard watching him in the postseason because it's like he just throwing up brick after brick after brick after brick.
Honestly, if I wouldn't even start him. Just being real, I wouldn't start him. Mm-hmm. I would make him a 6-man. But Willie Green just don't seem to have the courage to pull the trigger. Right now, I'd be running the starting lineup of Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, I guess Brandon Ingram, and Jonas.
Yeah.
Because Jonas is the only one that can really grab those rebounds for you.
Yeah. And Jonas, I mean, what I love about Jonas is a failsafe, and I hadn't seen them use him as a failsafe in the playoffs. Like generally, if nothing is working, Jonas can win you a game. If they would have been playing through Jonas during the playoffs, where you seen CJ ain't doing nothing, BA ain't doing nothing, give him a shot.
I don't think he would really make too much of a difference, to be honest with you.
He
I don't
can,
think I
he
don't think
could
he's
do
going.
worse.
I don't think he really can do anything with Chet Holmgren. He's working too hard defensively, having to deal with Chet Holmgren, who can stretch the floor, take him off the dribble, and then offensively, Chet is what 7'4". It's making
like
them shots
7'3",
extremely
7'4".
difficult. Like he can body him, of course, but like that's not today's NBA. Dumping it down to a center in the paint, letting him back up, backing the opposing center down, and then shooting these little hook shots and these little bunny shots that he be missing.
Yeah,
he'll fuck around. He misses a lot of those, and a lot of them rebounds that he get from him getting his own rebound off a fucking missed 3-footer.
yeah.
He'll get 2 or 3 offensive rebounds off those, and then still miss. He'll miss 3-4 times in a row. So, like, to me, the whole starting lineup can go outside of Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. That's it. Everybody else can go. I keep Trey Murphy. I keep Herb Jones. Trey Murphy is an excellent fit next to Zion. Herb Jones, while he's not the greatest 3-point shooter in the world, he's giving you so much on defense, and he's gotten a lot better shooting that 3. Like, you can't, at the very least, you can't leave him open. So he's definitely becoming a 3-and-D player. But yeah, man, I definitely would move out Brandon Ingram and see if I could try to get me a shooter.
Yeah.
A point guard.
Okay.
Trae Young.
Yeah. So one thing I want to talk about, and it's probably going to get me in some trouble. I don't necessarily care though, because I held my tongue the first time. But if I can talk the way that I talk about my team, I'm going to talk the way that I talk about any other team too. So I think I might have talked to you about it on the phone, one of our phone conversations. This was before the season ended. You had where the Suns were down. It was like 30 something to 4 with a minute left to go in the first quarter. And I'm like, bro, how do you have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker to I want to say probably out of all time, both of them are 2 all time, like top 100 scores of all time. I mean, we know KD is there. It just depends on where people put. Just depends on where people put Devin. I got him there. Anytime you got somebody that can go off for 70 points, he deserves to be there. So, I mean, if I'm gonna praise you when you're doing good, I gotta criticize you when you're doing bad. And so I'm looking at where y'all going down the stretch, even to the point where at the end of the season, where it was coming down to that last game, Devin Booker said, "Go Lakers," because they wanted to get in that 6th seed. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, like, I hate this about all teams. I hate this about my team, so I'm not gonna spare Devin Booker just because he's from the area. Like, when it comes to that, why are we waiting on one game or needing help from another team to solidify your spot in the playoffs? Like, you got 82 games. This ain't like football where you got 16 games. You got 82 games to make an impact on where you stand. So to come down to the last game of the season and you need help, like, I said from the jump this year, and I wasn't trying to wasn't trying to be negative or anything of that nature, but I told folks that this is not gonna work, and they're gonna blow it up after a year. With the new CBA, I knew that they was gonna blow this up after a year. So it's just like I saw the way that they played yesterday, valiant effort. They played great, but that still doesn't excuse game 1, game 2, and game 3. Where was this energy? Where was this effort in game 1, game 2, and game 3? So
Shit.
I stand out there on that island by myself if you don't want to talk about that.
I mean, what you mean?
Like just criticizing Devin Booker and the Suns.
Oh, I don't mind criticizing Devin Booker and the Suns. As far as like 82 games, blah blah blah, like that kind of just is what it is, man. The NBA season, it got all kind of twists and turns. You never know what's going to happen. It comes down to one game a lot of times. The West was extremely tight. It just kind of is what it is. The East wasn't like that. The East wasn't nobody
never really, like that.
Man, nobody was looking for one game, but the West is really just that good. So I kind of empathize with teams. You know what I'm saying? The Suns and the Pelicans, like these are 49, almost 50 win teams. And they having to fight just to get into the playoffs. When any other year, 50 wins, you pretty much automatically in. 50 wins is the benchmark. And you make the playoffs, but that's just not how it played out this year. But like you said, man, it's just a bad fit, bro. Like those big three teams, to me, outside of the Heat big three and the Golden State Warriors big three, and I guess you could say the Boston Celtics big three. Everybody been trying to form these big threes since them, and they don't really work, because somebody has to sacrifice a whole lot, the same way Chris Bosh sacrificed for LeBron and Dwayne Wade. And I don't know who was supposed to sacrifice. I guess Bradley Beal should have been the one to sacrifice for the Suns, but at the same time, he has to also be able to step up when needed, the way that Chris Bosh did, and he kind of hasn't. Book had 49 last night, didn't he?
Let me go see. I forgot how much he had. I know he had more points than KD, and both of them showed up. Let's see. Yeah, Book has had 49.
Yeah, so 49. He played 45 minutes, 49, 6 and 5. KD had 33, 9 and 5. But they didn't get anything from anybody else, man. Like the next highest scorer was Bradley Beal and Nurkic, tied for 9 points. Man, look, while the Timberwolves, that's a complete team. Complete teams are what's winning championships. The Nuggets, yeah, they got Nikola Jokic and they got Jamal Murray, but that's a complete team, man.
Yeah.
They got people coming off the bench scoring, and that's when the Suns were at their best. When it was Book, Chris Paul, and then you had a host of people coming off the bench. You had Mikal Bridges. You had people to play their role. And that's what the Timberwolves got. You got Anthony Edwards dropping 40. Karl Anthony Towns going to give you 28. Then you got Jaden McDaniels giving you 18. You got Mike Conley Jr. giving you 10. Naz Reid giving you a nice 8. And these guys playing defense. The Timberwolves are scary, man.
Yeah.
And the Timberwolves have the type of team that could beat the Nuggets.
Yeah. You are right, because when you talk about, you got Rudy Gobert, that's somebody that is serviceable against Joker.
You can throw Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns at him all game. And even Naz Reid, like these bigger bodies, you just keep throwing these big body athletic people at him and making work for it. And he ain't gonna be able to guard Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Gobert, of course, ain't a threat. And then who gonna deal with Anthony Edwards?
They really ain't got nobody.
The only way Anthony Edwards is gonna get stopped is if he stop himself.
When do they see each other?
I don't know.
I think they would have to see each other. If I'm not mistaken, they see each other in the Western Conference Final. That's the only way they'll see each other.
So the Timberwolves number 3, right?
Yeah.
And
number 2.
They number 2?
Yeah.
I thought
No,
the
the Nuggets are number 2. That's why I was. Yeah, Nuggets are number 2. Timberwolves number 3. So let's see here. No, they see each other next. Oh, that's gonna be a very interesting series.
I think the Timberwolves would see.
No, they see. I'm looking at. Let me put the bracket on here. They see them next series. So round 2.
Really?
Yep. That's why I said that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be very interesting.
Why? Well, yeah, I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense. 2-3, because it
Yeah.
come down. It drops down to 4 teams. That makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, that's gonna be a good series. Shit, the fucking the Mavericks and the Clippers got the best series going right now.
And I thought that the Mavericks had turned over a new lease on life and that they finally exercised them Clipper demons, but then they knotted it up yesterday. I was not expecting that.
Shit, the Clippers was balling yesterday, man. James Harden went crazy. James Harden ain't looked like that in years. He closed them boys out, man. Him and Kyrie Irving were going back and forth. Kyrie hitting crazy shots. James Harden taking niggas off the dribble.
I seen a freeze frame from Kyrie, and I wanted to go track down the play, but it was like he was surrounded by like all world defenders.
It was 3 niggas, bro, in his face. And I don't know how he got that shit off. Like that sent that arena into a fucking frenzy. I thought they was gonna win. After he hit that shot, I thought that was gonna be one of them moments where it made James Harden freeze, because James Harden is who was keeping them in the game. And he didn't freeze up. He went down there, he hit some important shots. Paul George hit a crazy 3-point shot from the corner. Looked like he was behind the goal when he shot that bitch. Man, that's a hell of a series. I've been enjoying that series a lot. It was supposed to be us in that series, but I don't think we wouldn't have gave them this type of excitement. Unless we had Zion, maybe.
No, it would have been us in that series. It would have been us against Minnesota if we would stay 6. Or well, it depends on what you're talking about.
I'm talking about we supposed to have finished 4 like we was.
Oh yeah. We should have.
Look like we're gonna get swept tonight, though.
Yeah.
I would like them to go ahead and win a game, though, just to say they won a game, man. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. What else we got? Timberwolves swept the Suns. Do the Lakers play tonight?
Yeah, the Lakers play tonight. That was gonna be my my next question asking you. I was just trying to see this Kyrie play real quick. But yeah, that was gonna be the question I was gonna ask you. Do you think? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy shot. But do you think that? Oh shoot. Do you think Darvin Ham is getting fired tonight or tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning. LeBron gonna fire him tonight, but they gonna officially fire him tomorrow morning.
What?
Why is my father commenting in this bitch talking about something? I told you don't put your faith in the Pelicans.
Hey,
he's wilding.
Ruben Senior, I wish you would have told me not to put my faith. Oh shoot, man, I hate them. But
he be hating on all New Orleans sports, but he swear he a fan of New Orleans sports.
I mean, you said the same thing about me earlier this year.
He be hating though.
I felt I just started being realistic. After the in-season tournament, I was about done with this year, and everything that I thought after the in-season tournament, it just continued to show me that.
I still have faith in Brandon Ingram, but now that that's gone, I'm like, blow it up. I saw a nice little potential trade for Donovan Mitchell.
Um, I wouldn't be mad at that. Speaking of which, I wanted to say this. Only you made me think about this because Donovan Mitchell has been linked to the Knicks for so long, bruh. With the way that Dallas is playing right now, and the way Jalen Brunson is playing, when they first did not want to pay that man, I told people that they're gonna regret that. How many finals would they have gone to by now? They probably would have went to at least the last two had they had Jalen Brunson alongside of Luka.
I don't know.
Luka just had he hadn't looked the best this playoffs. He's still doing Luka stuff, but at times Kyrie has looked better than Luka, and we see what what Brunson is doing.
Man, to be honest with you, I still don't feel like Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic is a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like they both so talented, and that team is talented, and they're getting by.
Yeah. But him and Jalen was a good fit, though.
I suppose.
Well, really, maybe not, because I think Jalen kind of he sacrificed parts of his game for Luka, so Luka could be the one.
I feel like Luka is just like James Harden, and it's hard to find the right piece. It was hard to find the right pieces to put around James Harden.
Yeah.
And Luka's kind of going through the same thing. Like, you got this big ball dominant point guard who can do it all, and that's what he's gonna try to do.
Yeah. But my bad. I ain't mean to take us out there. It would be nice to try to get Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if him and Spidey can coexist in New York. But what I will say is it does seem kind of like he's just kind of been holding his place and waiting to go to the next team, because I hadn't really seen him like he was in the Jazz with Cleveland.
Is Cleveland still in it?
Yeah, they still in it. I think they going to the next round. I think they may be going to the next round already. Let me see.
I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, it's 5-2.
It's 2-2. Yeah, 2-2. It
Magic?
looked like they was. Yeah, the Magic beat them yesterday.
The Magic good.
But they ahead of schedule. They just tall, so it's kind of hard. Like they match up bad with a lot of people.
The Magic doing what the Pelicans should be doing.
Yeah, you're right.
They in the East though.
Oh, well, we pretty much know what that second round of the East gonna be. It's pretty much gonna be Pacers versus Knicks, and I got the Knicks beating that.
Pacers versus Knicks is crazy. That's classic.
Yeah, it really is.
Call for the choke.
Oh man. We'll see. I don't know if the Pelicans gonna pull this one out, and I hate to even keep getting on the Pelicans, but like I'm sick of everything with this organization, bro. When I seen that they were reevaluating Zion on Tuesday, I'm like, bro, we play on Monday.
Was the Malice and the Palace the Pacers and the Knicks?
Huh?
Was the Malice and the Palace the Pacers and the Knicks?
No, it was Pacers in Detroit.
Oh yeah, it was Detroit. I was hoping that was the matchup. But yeah, reevaluate Zion on Tuesday, man. They don't care nothing about winning.
Yeah.
I hope David Griffin get fired this offseason.
I thought the same thing, but I don't think Miss B gonna pull the trigger on that.
Nah, she moved too slow when it comes to stuff like that.
So let's see this. I really don't know. What I will say out of that Clippers Mavericks series, I do believe that whoever make it out of that is probably gonna beat the Thunder. I'm not a big believer in the Thunder. They look really good, but at the same time, they kind of overshooting they shot, and they getting a lot of stuff off because we not defending the three well, and especially if the Clippers make it, they're not gonna be able to get that off over the Clippers.
I don't know. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, dog.
Yeah.
They're a deep team. They got some really solid players coming off the bench. And what's old boy name? Jalen Williams.
Yeah, Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams go hard. Lou Dort doing his thing, 3 and D.
Yeah, he getting on my nerves. But it's really B.I. getting on my nerves.
B.I. short for bitch. B.I.
Those are your words, not mine. I don't have a problem with B.I. Oh man, I was listening to Jay Madison the other day. He said something that I thought that was very interesting about B.I., and it just added further clarity to the fact that I want him up out of there. He said that they had a whole new offense installed at the beginning of the year where they wanted the ball in Brandon's hand more, and they wanted him to shoot more threes and go to the basket more. He did not do it. He fell back on his mid-range shot, and then from there they just abandoned the offense. And it's like, but why did he have a choice in the matter? If that was the case and y'all saw that beforehand, y'all should have traded him.
I definitely would have traded his ass. As soon as he didn't want to acquiesce to the offense, I would have got him on the fuck up out of there, bro. He ain't good enough to be making demands on how he gonna play.
Yeah.
That fucking 1994 mid-range jump shot shit gotta stop, bro.
And see, that's why the organization is bad, because now other people know this, which I think he had more trade capital at the beginning of the year than he does now. So now we're gonna get lowballed. Now we're not gonna be able to pull. So like that trade that you had for Devin Booker, where we sending CJ, we sending BI and four first-round picks. That's pretty much what it's gonna take to get a deal done, because y'all sit on stuff to the last minute. Like all that draft capital that we got back from the Lakers and from OKC, we sat back and just let that junk spoil, bro. It's like useless now. So
bro.
Yeah. Anywho,
he was trying to do this little stupid ass slow build shit. Like it wasn't players out there to grab to improve this roster.
Yeah.
They knew we needed 3 and D.
Yeah. But this is getting me sad. I'm done talking about basketball. We're gonna segue. As I segue, I just want to use this opportunity to say one thing and one thing only. I think every time I go live and I have the opportunity to partake in a public space, I want to use at least a minute of that to say, where the heck is Kendrick Lamar? This is day 17 of him missing. We hadn't heard from him. Where are you? I'm tired of dealing with your little stands. Where are you? Everybody else gonna keep making excuses for you. I ain't making no excuses for you, because you dropped the bomb. You should have been prepared. Where the heck are you? That is all.
I agree, bro. He started it. We ain't heard from him. He missing in action.
Okay.
If he drop a diss, that bitch better be stupid.
Oh, he done lost already in my book, and his fans know he lost also. This wasn't even on the docket. I hate that this even became a subject, but his fans know. Now they trying to change the narrative. Well, does he even have to respond? Yes, he has to respond. I'm telling you. You said that Drake had to respond, then that means your guy had to respond, especially when he the one who threw the first rock. You can't be out here throwing rocks and you living in a glass house. So, hey, it is what it is. He has to respond. I'm sick of y'all little stands keep acting like he keep trying to move the goalposts. Y'all want to move the goalposts for everybody? No, well, y'all don't want to move it for nobody else but Kendrick. When J. Cole did what he did, y'all got to talk about he out the big three. But I saw something the other day where people said all the times where Kendrick hadn't replied to people. So he dropped Control and like 5 rappers replied to him. He ain't say nothing. Jay Electronica said something. He ain't say nothing. Who else? He said it was a couple of people that said stuff to Kendrick, ain't never said nothing. Now you want to draw Drake out. You finally get Drake after trying for 10 years, and here you are, day 17, you not saying nothing. So
Big Crit.
Yeah, Big Crit. That's another one. So many people replied to you and just called your name out afterwards, and you didn't show up. You didn't respond. So you say that you really like that. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know.
You ain't my goat, so I don't really care.
And I'm gonna skip a topic just because I didn't expect that. That just kind of came out of nowhere, but it ties in. Perfect segue. Taylor made the Drake song. Taylor Swift, bro. You seen what she did?
No.
The numbers that she put up?
No.
She did. I think they said she did 1.6 million like the first day.
And today?
Yes. Like, so she dropped that album, what? Not this Friday, last Friday? Let's see. Let me get it pulled up.
It pays to be white in America, bro.
And that's why I said I got something for you. We're gonna have a conversation about something. And it's really this afternoon I turned on the I was looking, on Netflix, they'll show you what's about to go off. Like, so what's finna go off of Netflix, and I saw that the Elvis movie was about to go off tomorrow. So I was like, I don't really want to watch it, but let me just turn it on and see what's up. And I'm sitting back and I'm watching it. I'm like, man, this formula has worked time and time again, year after year. Don't matter the decade, this formula has worked. And I can't say that with Taylor. I don't listen to her music. I don't think I can't necessarily say that she got her music from black people. But looking at this list, brought up one of the people that me and you constantly talk about, Eminem. So this is a list of the top sales first week, all times. So number 1, 2015, Adele, 25. She sold almost 3.4 million in the first week. And what I will say is dope, bro. We don't live through all this music. Ain't none of this music is before our time. Right. So we not talking about something that we don't. Can you see this? Okay, well, I keep reading it out. Number 2, No String Attached, NSYNC, 2.4 million. And this is Taylor Swift, this last album that she put out. Number 3 all time, Tortured Poets Department. That's curious, but 1.9 million within the first week. But so at number 5 you have Eminem, at number 7 you have Eminem, at number 9 you got Eminem, and just to get to another rapper you got to go all the way down to 14, which is 50 Cent, and which happens to be the first black person on the list. The second black person on the list is Usher, with just over 1 million with Confessions at 18. And then to cap that list off at 23, we have Wayne. He went just over 1 million with Carter 3. So I just wanted to I wanted to bring this up because this is something that me and you talk about all the time, and people try to refute what it is that we talk when we anytime we talk about the fact that we don't have Eminem as our GOAT, people immediately start going to numbers. And I want this to be clear. Like you only have 2 other rappers on this list, period. And he's on this list 3 times. And we see what the list is composed of. So I just want people to be cognizant, especially black people, because it seems like those are the people that I have to argue with the most concerning this. The people that hip hop actually respects, and I'm not saying that hip hop doesn't respect Eminem. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the people that I hear in GOAT contention all the time, I mean, you hear the Jay-Z's of the world. Jay-Z ain't on this list not one time. I ain't never heard nobody say that 50 Cent is their GOAT. Never.
No.
I've heard people say Wayne is the GOAT, but I've never heard anyone say that 50 Cent is their GOAT. And
I ain't heard nobody put 50 in their top 10, to be honest with
you. Me either, but I'm not mad at anyone putting them on there because and even with that, the Massacre ain't even the one. Get Rich or Die Trying is the one. Like that's an all-time great album. I wouldn't be mad at somebody saying that's the best hip hop album of all time.
You could make the argument.
Yeah, that's why I said I wouldn't be mad at it. But yeah, I just want people to keep this in mind. Like I'm not. What'd you say?
Where he from?
Who?
50.
50 Cent? New York.
Oh no, 400 Degrees better.
I agree with that. I'm just saying that I'm not mad if someone. It's just kind of like the same thing as I'm not mad if somebody say that that Michael Jordan is their GOAT. Not mad if somebody say LeBron is their GOAT. Not mad if somebody saying Kobe their GOAT. But if you get to saying like certain names, like somebody say, "Oh man, Karl Malone my GOAT," I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that.
I'm just saying, Aquemini better.
Aquemini, I want to say Aquemini is my favorite Outkast album of all time.
Yeah, it's better.
It depends on what day it is. It's kind of the same way about Wayne. Like depending on what day you ask me, I might say Carter 2, I might say Carter 1. It just depends.
Carter 3 is better than Get Rich or Die Trying.
Now that's a lie. I ain't gonna let you do that. Not gonna let you do that.
It is.
Oh man, I ain't even had that list up.
Go song for song.
Go song for song. You can't. You can't even do that. I know that's your bias talking, and I'm right there with you on your bias. But yeah, that ain't.
Is 50 Cent intro better than 3-Peat?
What was this? He didn't even have an intro. I mean, I guess you can say.
Here you go.
That
he ain't got it in him.
Was that it? Gee, fuck. I think that might have been it.
I don't even remember.
I'm pretty sure that was it. Let's see. This is easily checked. Where is that at? Massacre. Click the Massacre. Then I go back one. Get Rich or Die Trying. Yeah. What? No. Yeah. What? That is What Up Gangster.
Oh yeah. 3-Peat is way better than What Up Gangster. What's number 2 on his song? Wait, on his album?
What's number 2?
Mm-hmm.
I already know how this is gonna go, so I'm just gonna say Patiently Waiting is number 2 on this album.
I ain't Patiently Waiting or Mr. Carter.
Patiently Waiting.
What?
I don't like Mr. Carter, and I knew you was gonna say that. And actually, in all actuality, I don't think you like Mr. Carter.
To you forever, for me to you. I heard somebody say, "Church, I'ma need a suit. I won't need a roof, fly and Beetlejuice. Come on."
Yeah, and that's an album. No, that's a song where Jay-Z got 1 verse, Wayne got 4 verses, and he was not able to match what Jay-Z did in that one.
Wayne first verse is better than Jay-Z verse.
Hey, to each his own.
Winter hating on me because I ain't never sprung. Or whatever he said. That spring ain't on me because I ain't never sprung. Winter hating on me because I'm colder than y'all. And man, look. I'm being hated by the season, so fuck y'all. That nigga went through every season and told y'all hating on me every fucking season. That nigga Wayne, man. Carter 3.
I think you gassing it right now, but we'll let you have it.
We don't appreciate Carter 3 enough.
I appreciate what Carter 3 would have been. Like, we messed Carter 3 up. That was our fault.
The Carter 3 that we got ain't appreciated enough. The only issue with the Carter 3 was in comparison to the way that Wayne rapped on Carter 1 and Carter 2. It wasn't as good as those two. But song for song, that was damn near a perfect album, man. Like outside of like Phone Home,
Mrs. Officer.
Mrs. Officer was fire. They just played the shit out of
it. Okay. Now I will say a song on there that didn't get the credit that it deserved. Comfortable.
Comfortable was crazy. Tie My Hands was crazy.
Yeah, Comfortable was probably Comfortable is low key underrated Wayne songs of all time. Like
Dr. Carter is a crazy lyrical exercise. It ain't got anything like that on Get Rich or Die Trying. Like the range that Lil Wayne showed on that project is crazy. So he don't got no crazy intro where he rapping all the way through. He don't got no outro like Misunderstood. He don't got an Millie. All he got is them fucking pop songs that he made. He had 3 or 4 lollipops.
What? Neil, you agree with this?
Come on, bro. He had 3 or 4 lollipops, man. In the Club is some lollipop shit. Wankster is some lollipop shit.
You can't do that to In the Club. You know what? You lived through that time. You knew what it was like when In the Club came out.
It was that beat, bro.
Yeah.
It was that beat. When I hit In the Club now, I'm like, I don't really want to hear this. Like when In the Club come on right now, I'm skipping it. Like if I'm on my Apple iTunes and it's playing 2000s hits, when In the Club come on, I'm hitting skip. When Wankster come on, I'm hitting skip. Like most of them songs off of Get Rich or Die Trying, I don't really want to hear them anymore.
Bro, you really hate North. I don't like them either, but
I'm just saying, like, do you listen to PIMP?
I'll listen to it if it come on.
The only song off Get Rich or Die Trying that I actively want to hear is Many Men.
I like Many Men. Let me pull it back up.
Many Men is the best song on that entire album. Many Men is a crazy classic song that has aged well. The rest of that shit, I don't want to hear that, bro.
If I'm not gonna skip it, if What Up Gangsta come on, I'm not gonna skip. I will skip Patient and Waiting. I'm not gonna skip.
You just said it was better than Mr. Carter. This nigga wildin', bro.
Yeah, but I skipped Mr. Carter.
Why?
I just don't like the song.
You don't like that hook and that beat?
Hey, Mr. Carter, yeah, I like the beat. I just first of all, it's a long song.
Ain't that a Kanye West?
I don't know, but I'm not skipping Many Men. I'm not skipping In the Club. I might skip High All the Time.
I'm definitely skipping High All the Time.
I was fitting to say Eminem got a writing credit on here. What's that? But he made the beat, so maybe that's it. How All the Time. I'm not skipping that. No, I just said I might skip that. I like If I Can't Do It, but I might skip that.
I like If I Can't Do It. I might not skip If I Can't Do It. That was hard.
Back Down. I might not skip that one either. I skip Bloodhound. You're right. I might skip PIMP.
You gonna skip that whole second half of that album, bro?
I'm gonna skip Like My Style.
Yeah, you gonna skip the whole second half of that album, bro?
Nah, I ain't skipping 21 Questions.
Fire beat.
But I mean, I get it. I'm being objective. I'm not gonna I'm just gonna be for real. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna throw on Get Rich or Die Trying before I throw on Carter 3. But I will say that I'm ready. I can understand my bias and say that I'm biased to Carter 3 and just be objective concerning the situation.
Don't worry, I'm finna pull up Carter 3 right now.
Now, if we talking Carter 2, then Carter 1.
Carter 2 and Carter 3 and Carter 1. All of them. Shit. Don't let me bring out some of the leaks.
Carter 3 and Carter 5. No.
Don't let me bring out Pussy Money Weed.
Yeah, if you talking about what Carter 3 was supposed to be, then we ain't talking about that.
I'm telling you, just what Carter 3 ended up being. You got 3P. Like, let's go through it, bro. You went through 50 Cent. Are you skipping 3P?
No.
You said you're skipping Mr. Carter. All right, cool. You skipping a Millie?
No.
You skipping Got Money?
It depends. Probably not.
Are you skipping Comfortable?
No.
Are you skipping Dr. Carter?
No.
I'm sure you're gonna skip. You might skip Phone Home. You skipping Phone Home?
Yeah, I'm skipping it.
Yeah, I'm skipping Phone Home. So it had potential. He just wasn't spitting on that bitch. Are you skipping Tie My Hand?
No, because that's my favorite Wayne.
Are you skipping Mrs. Officer?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to hear Bobby Valentino say weed.
Man, that boy got Bobby Valentino snap. That nigga made Blackberry Molasses, and you hating on him right now, bro.
I'm not hating on him. I've never liked Bobby Valentino. That Slow Down, I hated that crap.
And Kid was on that bitch.
I'm Kid, my face on every wanted poster.
Yeah, bro, that nigga, they pulled him over, tried to put him in the rover. Yeah, bro, Night Ward. I'm definitely not. 3 skips. Let the Beat Build. You skipping Let the Beat Build?
I'm not skipping it, but I'm not skipping it because the beat. I didn't prefer the way that Wayne rapped on that. I wanted Wayne to kill that, and he didn't.
He did not kill it like how he should have. Shoot Me Down. You skipping Shoot Me Down?
It depends on how I feel that day, but I might.
Are you skipping Lollipop?
Oh, don't skip one that they took off the album. You can't blame me if I set this world on fire. I ain't skipping that. I ain't skipping that one. You said Lollipop?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm skipping Lollipop.
Just because it's a pop.
Yeah.
It came on the other day, and I didn't skip it. I hadn't listened to it in a long time, and it came on the other day, and I was like, this shit was a big hit when it dropped, bro. Static Major went crazy on that hook.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Bottles in the club.
And if we just going back to the moment, I wasn't mad at it at the moment because I seen how everybody in the world received it, and I enjoyed that because being a Wayne fan for so long and seeing him finally get his validation, even though I didn't like the song, I enjoyed that, and I did enjoy the Static Major of it. But no, I don't really like the song.
I would skip these next 3 definitely, but I don't remember them being on the album initially.
What's that?
La La, Pussy Monster, and You Ain't Got Nothing.
La La.
I remember that.
I wouldn't skip La La. I'm skipping the other 2.
That's not the La La that I like.
I know that's the la 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 la. Yeah, it's not the La La that we like. I'm just smoking on la 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 la.
Yeah, that one was hard.
Yeah.
And then of course Misunderstood, which he renamed to.
I ain't skipping it. I listened to the whole thing, even him talking.
9 minutes and 52 seconds. Come on, dog. Carter 3, man. Wheezy.
What do you say about Al Sharpton? You are no Jackson.
Damn, dog.
I don't prefer neither one of them. JC or never mind. We ain't getting into all that. But yeah.
It's a lot of money to be made in the Black revolutionary space.
Yeah.
even if you're not really a revolutionary.
Yeah.
What Khalid Muhammad said about Jesse Jackson?
I don't know. You that's your lane.
He said something about damn, you had to pull that video up. He was wilding. He was wilding.
I'll pull it up.
That's the speech that got him condemned by the United States Congress. The fucking US got together and decided to condemn that nigga. Farrakhan had to put him out the nation after that. Or strip him of his title.
Oh, I knew it was something else that I had to talk about. And I'm glad that you brought this up because the word coon is what made me think about it. Yeah, I got something else to talk about. I'm gonna pull this video up first. We'll see, watch this video, and then I'll bring it up.
You talk about when white folks can't defeat you, you said in your speech at Kane, they'll always find some Negro, some boot-licking, butt-licking, buck-dancing, bamboozle, half-baked, half-fried, sissified, punkified, pasteurized, homogenized nigger that they can trot out in front of you. I would ask you, Mr. Muhammad, is Jesse Jackson a boot-licking, homogenized nigger?
To the best of his ability, I believe he tries every day to do that.
Here you are mocking Jesse Jackson at a speech. I believe this is Howard University. Roll the tape.
Oh, boot-licking, buck-dancing, scratching, shuffling, messy Jesse Jackson. And keep. I am a somebody. I am a somebody. Keep hope alive. I am a somebody. I don't rightly know who the hell I am, but I am somebody.
He watching that joker trying not to laugh.
R.I.P. to Khalid Muhammad. That nigga was wild.
Recordings just got better.
Oh,
hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
And he called him every name under the sun, bro.
But that I'm glad that you brought that up because that made me think about another. I need to get better of writing stuff down when I come across it. Did you see what was going on with Stephen A. Smith? So Stephen A. Smith was at the game, at the Clippers Mavs game, and he was saying that that Russell Westbrook was doing too much, and people were saying that, like, people have backed it up and saying that, you know, he was fouling, he was doing a lot, like talking even to the point where they felt like the league should get involved. So Stephen A. Smith said that he called the league.
I saw that
to say what they was gonna do about it. So the reaction, I kept seeing, like, Gilly said something about him. Stack said something about him. But the thing that I wanted to say something about, which I know they already had prior beef anyway, from what the streets say about them. Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose took to Twitter and called him a coon. And I was just like, whoa, like, do y'all used to work together?
That's crazy.
So I thought that was interesting. That's just something that I wanted to bring up briefly because everybody was saying that he snitched. Which I can see how someone can look at that as a snitching, but then when Buddy jumped off the top rope and called him a coon, I was like, oh. Like,
it's
them fighting words.
That's that type of behavior. He not finna fight Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose be done punch that fucking hairpiece off his head. Yeah, bro. That's crazy though. When I saw it, I can't remember when I saw it, maybe yesterday or the day before. And I saw him mention that he had called the league office, and I was like, he did what? I couldn't believe it. I was like, you did what? Like, that's some whole shit. Like, beyond being a furry woodland creature, that's some whole shit, bro. Like, that's fighting shit. Russell Westbrook should punch that bitch in his mouth, bro.
And when I saw that, I did think, like, what's gonna happen next time you see Russell Westbrook? Because Westbrook, as much as people like to play around with him, like, oh, he wear dresses and stuff like that, Westbrook ain't he don't take me as the one in the NBA to play with.
Man,
What? Yeah, you go ahead.
I don't get it, bro. But I'm saying I don't get it, but I do get it because Stephen A. he's trying to get access and proximity to whiteness, whatever way he can, bro. Like, if you listen to his aspirations, he wants to have like a nighttime TV show. He be playing around like he might run for office one day. Like, he's trying to ingratiate himself with white people and seem like unbiased and impartial and fair across the board, no matter the race, so that, you know, he can further his career. And that's the true definition of a furry woodland creature. I'm saying that because I know we're gonna want to chop this stuff up, and you can't put this on put that word on a lot of different social media. But that's like, you got Negroes and you got what Stephen A. Smith is. And a Negro be doing shit, he don't realize what he doing. He just doing things because he's unaware. Stephen A. is aware of what he's doing, and he's purposely doing it. He's shucking and jiving. That's definitely furry woodland behavior, bro. Like, and it's disappointing.
Yeah, that's what I was taking. Like, as you were talking, and you said that you know, aspirations that he has, and I'm like, at what point as a black man do you recognize, yes, I see that up there and I want that, I want to obtain it, I'm reaching for it, but do I want to reach for that at the expense of what I already have in my hand? And it's like, you know, to an extent, Stephen A. has done some things that kind of, like, he's done some things that doesn't sit right with some black people, but he hasn't been like excommunicated out of the community.
He's
and
not
when it
Jason
goes to,
Whitlock.
yeah, and so when it, like, and even with that, like, perfect example, when Jason Whitlock did what he did with him earlier this year, or was that last year, whenever that was, like, this year, because that was after the Cat Williams thing. This year, it's only April, pretty much. That's crazy. It's been a crazy year, but everybody came to his defense. Like, oh yeah, that definitely, he definitely is a furry woodland creature. So it made it look like, okay, that's him, and we back Stephen A. But something like this is putting yourself in that territory, because even though he was doing, if Russell Westbrook was doing too much, that ain't got nothing to do with you, unless he was doing too much to you. And if that's the case, step to him and tell him that you got a problem with that as a man, and, you know, we go from there. But for you to call the league, like, I can only imagine, like, the people that you were ingratiated with, like the LeBrons of the world, how does he look at that? Like, nah, I don't agree with what Russ was doing, but I definitely don't agree with that. So it's like you playing around with the credit that you have built over like 30 years, bro, for something that, like even like, if you did that, like, don't say it. Why would you say that? But hey,
that's crazy work, bro. I'm extremely disappointed.
We are up by 1 point, 70 to 71.
Don't tell me.
Oh, okay. But that's all I wanted to bring up. I did want to mention one other thing. I had something else on the docket. I don't know how to address it though. I've been struggling with this for a while, but Amanda Seales has been in my algorithms for a little while now. I want to say not too long ago, like maybe like 4 weeks ago, it popped up her saying that she does not get the attention of black media. That they will call her and ask her to do certain things, but then when it's time to get like invites to certain places, she does not get those. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, I don't know enough about Amanda Seales, and that's just is what it is. And then something else came across my feed. I don't remember what that was. But then thirdly, I saw somebody calling her the carpet for how she did my remote role, and I thought that was interesting. But the latest thing is this Stephen A. Smith thing, not Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. She went on, what is that? Club Shay Shay. And while she was on Club Shay Shay, I actually tried to watch it. It was kind of hard to get through. And I spoke with you on it, and I see that like she comes off as an intelligent, pro-black individual. But I saw somebody else say something, and I thought that it was perfectly correct. She said that two things can be true. You can be intelligent and pro-black and all of that, but you can also be exhausted. And as I was listening to her, like there were times that it was two things that brought up, and I want to be very careful with this because you are talking about women and a black woman. But the last thing that came up in my algorithm was her response to Shannon, and she was saying that she thought that it was a safe space, and I just thought to myself, and I struggle with even saying this because but she said that she thought that it was a safe space, and I'm like, I've never went into a space and questioned if this was safe or not. Like, it's just it just kind of is what it is. You got to be ready for whatever. And then the other thing that I was looking at when actually going back, after I got there, I looked at it like, well, you said not too long ago that black media don't have you on and that they don't respect you, and you kind of like boxed out of black media, but then black media calls you up and literally like the day after you're on here, here you are bashing black media. So I can understand. Like I was watching an interview from what I did watch some of it, and it seemed like I agree with her in moments, but then I looked at it as a man, like at moments where she was talking to Shannon, I was like, I don't think that she recognizes that if she was a man, she would not be able to talk to Shannon like that. So I don't know. My thoughts are scattered on this to the point where I really didn't even want to speak about it. Probably shouldn't have brought it up. But that was just one of the things that I did look at her like, she's talking to him and she's talking crazy. And it probably, if she was a man, it would have been a lot of testosterone in that room, and it could have possibly even been some furniture moving.
I don't think so. Shannon wasn't willing to move no furniture with Skip while he, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Skip really talked crazy to him on national TV.
Yeah, you're right.
So Shannon, maybe if it wasn't on camera, maybe, but nah, man, Shannon, I don't know. As far as Amanda Seales is concerned, like you said, she's extremely intelligent. She knows what she's talking about, and I empathize with her because when you are as pro-black as she seems to be, it can be exhausting for the individuals around you. I've experienced it with my friends, acquaintances, co-workers, family members, because when you have this much, they always say ignorance is bliss. When you have this much information that you've read and you've consumed and all these things that you know and you want to share with other people that don't necessarily care about it, or you share this information with your peers and they receive it one day and it's like, oh my God, you're brilliant. We love everything you're saying and you're 100% right. And then you'll see them do or say the exact opposite the next day. And it's frustrating for you because at this point, I think she's extremely educated. And when you're that educated, you might start looking at everybody as somebody who's kind of shucking and jiving, because you're gonna see things in a way that they won't even understand. You can only look at it through your perspective, and that perspective is the perspective of someone who is learned. And other people who aren't as well educated doing these things, you can't go back to the point, the frame of reference in your mind when you didn't know. All you can do is look at them from the perspective of what you know now. And you got to train yourself to be able to look at somebody and be like, you know what? There was a point where I was like that too. And we've had these conversations where you'll be like, yeah, Rez, I feel like 5 years ago you would have said this. And that's because I had to start looking at it from that frame of reference of, I know these things. This person might not know these things. So I can't judge them off of a certain criteria when I don't know what they know. Now, if I know that they know these things and they still doing it, that's a whole different conversation. But I don't know if she's there or if she's realized that even at the age that she is, I think she's close to 40, if not over 40. And it takes time.
Yeah. I do think that she's, just from listening to her, like, I mean, just her usage of certain words let me know that she's intelligent. And I got two things to say. Well, I got one statement, one question. One thing very serious, one thing could be very serious, but I'm meaning it in a joking manner. And I need you to save me if it's something that I shouldn't joke about. But when she was talking about the teacher, I 100% understood exactly what she was saying, because I dealt with such growing up. Like, I seen that. I seen it firsthand, where I knew for a fact that this was racism. And I talked to a particular teacher, years removed from that, in which she apologized to me and I apologized to her for what I didn't make, what I made did not handle correctly. But at the time I knew what it was, and it just was what it was. So I personally identified with her with what she said concerning that. Now, here's where I have a question for you. If it's something that you know about, then great. If it's something that you know about and you don't think that I should joke about it, then just tell me, hey, just let's just end the show. But can one diagnose themselves with being on the spectrum, autism?
Now you need a professional to diagnose you with anything. I mean, you can definitely read up on some of your symptoms. You can meet with your therapist. A therapist can suggest that maybe you have X, Y, Z, but there are like official tests that you have to go through to be like officially or clinically diagnosed. So, but she said that she's been going to a therapist. So perhaps that therapist she's been talking to has been telling her, hey, I think you're on the spectrum. Because I know even with my own son, we had been taking him to therapy, and he had been meeting with professionals who were saying, I think he's autistic. But it wasn't until he took that official test and then they officially diagnosed him that we could finally say, okay, yeah, he's autistic. And then he could go, he could start getting the help that he needed in school. Same thing with ADHD. Like, they were saying that they think he's ADHD at 3 and 4 years old before you could even officially do that. Like, you can't even test for it that young because kids are hyperactive. But they had already started seeing the signs. It wasn't until I think he was 7 or 8 that they did the test and he was officially diagnosed as ADHD. So there's some blurred lines between it. It's just the fact that people don't like her. Yeah. So there's no benefit of the doubt. She said that she's seeing a therapist. And I think it's kind of I think it's a little disingenuous because the black community always talk about how you can't trust doctors to begin with.
Now, yeah, you are right about that. I just thought that it was interesting though, because she said that it's a very difficult form of autism to diagnose, and then said that she had been diagnosed, but then said that she didn't take the test because she didn't want to pay for it. So the lines that she said, it just kind of made it seem like she diagnosed herself, and I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. So I just wanted to get your opinion on it because you know more about that than I.
And I mean, that's not my expertise. Like that would be somebody like McKenna would be able to talk about that. Like she covers a lot of that stuff. Yeah, she would be able to help you out. That's definitely her expertise. That's her wheelhouse. And you technically you can't diagnose yourself with anything. You can say, hey, I think I have this, and you may be right. But like in order to receive the help that you need for that, you can't be the one to diagnose it. So like if you say I think I got cancer and you try to go get treated for cancer, they're gonna be like, no, we have to have a doctor officially diagnose you. It's levels to it. So
you almost made me cross a line that I didn't want to cross. You almost when you said that you can't diagnose yourself with something. I had a good joke, but I don't want to go to Grave Digger Mountain. Oh shoot.
Be careful.
Oh shoot. Hey,
but I feel bad for Amanda Seales though.
I will say that I feel bad for her too, because I was looking at some of the video, and I was thinking what I think about some people. Like, I don't know if she's ever been punched in the mouth before.
She said she had a fight.
Yeah, she did say that she had a fight, and she said that she won. But she, to an extent, she kind of comes off one of those people that never been punched in the mouth before. But then she also comes off as one of those people that even if she does get punched in the mouth, is not going to stop anything, because that's literally her. And I can imagine. What's that?
She is who she is.
Yeah, I can imagine that's hard when, I mean, if you go into a room and it's not that you feel that you're the smartest person in the room, you actually are the smartest person in the room.
It's like I told you, like I have somebody very close to me that's exactly like her and deals with all the same issues. And that individual is even difficult to get along with sometimes for me, because it's just like that. That person is always has to be the smartest person in the room. And for me, shit, I've got my education as well, and I know things. I know a lot of things, and I in a lot of an array of areas that I could talk about. So, you can understand that there would be clashes there. And I feel like it would kind of be like that with Amanda Seales, because there's certain things that I've heard her talk about before that I don't agree with her approach. Can't remember it off the top of my head because there's so many people that I hear say things and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, man, I hope she can become more personable and kind of fix her public image, and that it leads to more fulfillment in her actual life.
Yeah.
I hate to see Black women go through things like this.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it on that, and I think that's all on anything. You got anything you want to say before we out of here?
Terms and Conditions podcast brought to you by Black and Miles and cocaine.
I was just about to congratulate you for doing right.
Purpose
And I was even going to throw love travel stop on there. And then you just had to take it there.
I think we made the right decision by being backed by those entities.
No, we're not backed by those entities. But I appreciate you for gotta watch the way I say things. I was about to give you another one of those moments. I appreciate you for always jumping in. And until next, no. I almost did it, but I didn't do it. But I will see. We'll see you all next Monday. And once again, appreciate you for jumping in the live, and we'll holler at y'all. What's up?
Yeah, that was a little fishy, chat.
It wasn't fishy.
That was a little fishy, chat. We're gonna let that slide because we're at the end of the live, but that was a little fishy, chat.
Nah, I was finna say something way worse, but I guess I gotta pay attention to the things that I almost said something that so I gotta just pay attention
So
to
he keep almost being about to say something. Kimon likes the party, and you got to tell him no.
No, don't
He
do
likes the party, and you got to tell him.
Don't do me like that. No. Anywho, we'll holler at y'all next Monday.